How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews back with yet another review. Oktoberfest time. That's right. It is early September. The weather is absolutely perfect, and it's pretty much Oktoberfest time. I'm not sure when it starts this year, but you know, Oktoberfest usually early September runs into just the beginning of October, so we're wheelhouse on this sucker. This one comes from Wallenpaupack Brewing Company. I've had a couple of their beers over the years. It's been a while since I've had something, but I've never had the Oktoberfest, a Marzen from these guys, so we'll see what's what. Like I said, Oktoberfest Marzen. This was canned 2 weeks ago. It is 5.9% alcohol by volume. Done and done. So, let's crack in this sucker. See what she's got. Yeah, Wallenpaupack, I dig them. I like their beers. It's weird because they're actually kind of a local brewery for me, but I never get to visit them for one reason only. They're in a weird location. You know, they're not all that far away from where I live, but they're far enough away. They're like an hour and 15 minutes, and I like drive in this weird kind of circle around them, and since they're in Lake Wallenpaupack, it's kind of hard to get up there, so I don't get up there as often as I'd like, but we'll see what's what. Not much of a head on this sucker. I mean, dissipated really quickly, but that color is spot on, rich, kind of that orange, brownish kind of hue. Very soft carbonation. So if anything, if I'm looking at this, it looks the part, at least color-wise, but that carbonation really is small. Not that you're expecting a huge, over-the-top, kind of fluffy head in this lager, but, you know, really not much there. So let's get a nose. Yeah, I mean, a soft caramel, kind of sweet brown sugary malts, soft lager vibes, a nice sweetness, the ever so slightest hint of like a spicy herbal bittering, and that's pretty much it. So it definitely smells the part of a Marzen, smells the part of an Oktoberfest, but still, carbonation. We'll see what's what. Cheers. That's not bad. Even with that low carbonation, it still has a little bit of spritzy liveliness to it, so that's nice. It's got a nice kind of brown sugar caramel crackery malt thing kind of floating around, kind of hitting all those notes, and I really like it. It's a little bit more expressive, a little bit more spicy, a little bit more sweeter. It's an Americanized version of a Marzen, so it has everything kind of dialed up. It's not dialed to 11, it's not a 2x4 to the face of malts and hops and all that stuff, but everything seems a little bit more kind of louder than your typical kind of classic Marzen. But I dig it. I like it. It's well made, it's clean. It's not super lager vibes, but you can tell it has that soft kind of lager, lagerness, there you go, to it, and I dig it. I think it's fun. I like the way it's a little bit cranked up than your typical Marzen, but it still is kind of sticking in that kind of lower ABV range, and then it's 5.9%. It's tasty, it's nice, it's kind of hitting the spot, to be perfectly honest with you, especially for this time of year. I mean, this is exactly what I wanted. It is like 65 degrees outside, there's a soft breeze, it's a little bit overcast. I'm feeling fall, man. It's my favorite time of the year, and this beer is kind of doing me proper. So let's talk about it. Is this one of the better Marzens I've had as of late? It's probably one of the first Marzens I've had as of late. I haven't really had a bunch of them over the past several months, but I dig it. Is it true to style? Yeah, in a sense. Like I said, it's a little bit kind of cranked up as far as volume goes. The carbonation in this particular can, it could be a can thing, in this particular can isn't the best, but it's well made, tasty, and I dig it. I'm glad I got a 4-pack of it, let's put it that way. Value and availability, it is Wallenpaupack, so we can pretty much get all their stuff in and around that northeastern Pennsylvania area. Even though I live in Jersey, I'm like 5 minutes away from there. Their price points tend to be a little bit higher. I was pleasantly surprised to see this for $12 for a 4-pack of Pounders. Sure, some people would even scoff at that. In a perfect world, it'd be closer around $9, $10 a 4-pack, but for $12, I dig it. Some of their other beers can get a little bit pricey, a little bit kind of at market value or higher. I would say higher, especially for a distributing brewery, but at the same time, this one kind of hit the right price point for me. And leave you with, if you like what we like this beer, if you like Oktoberfest, you like Marzen, you like those kind of fall beers that Germany makes so well, and you want an Americanized version that stays as close to true to style at the same time, showing its own kind of chops when it comes to these things, then this one will do you proper. So there you go, another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it, Massive Beers. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, Beer Massive. If you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the review, hopefully enjoying a little Marzen right now, and hopefully see you next time. Cheers.